So this is the original Call of Duty. This came out, I think, shortly after Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis came out. And it was well received. We played the public demo, single player public demo, just over and over again. Because while the missions were somewhat linear, but not completely so. Like you could take multiple routes through the linear mission. The AI, enemy AI, and even, of course not of course, but and also the friendly AI was pretty dynamic. So it could result in much different experiences from one play to the next. So we would run through the demo for this title over and over again. And one of the things that it had that people liked was melee. Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis didn't really have that. And then also, I think this had pistols. And I don't think Cold War Crisis had a pistol slot. So, anyway, it was a lot of fun. I'm not sure that I played this title all the way through, so I may do that this time. Anyway, so I want to show you this because this is how these titles used to be. They used to be a serious attempt to simulate an authentic experience. And you didn't have like baubles hanging from your weapons or skins that look like they came from a New Jersey hair salon. You know, it was an attempt to be authentic, and they were popular that way. You didn't need to appeal to every deviant appetite in order to make a great game. So, and also I think this may have come out about the time of that Band of Brothers came out, or shortly after, around then. Battlefield 1942 came out about this time, and it was well received and more popular, I think, than Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis because it had mid-game joining. You could join a game that was already in session, and Cold War Crisis didn't have that. Otherwise, Cold War Crisis offered much bigger maps than Battlefield 1942, and a mission editor that was super easy to use. And I mean, there were people using hexadecimal editors to edit the single-player demo of Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis before the game was even out. And anyway, so it wasn't until, and unfortunately, Operation Flashpoint Resistance didn't have mid-game joining either. So it wasn't until Operation Flashpoint Elite on the classic Xbox that we got mid-game joining, and it was fantastic. It was some of the best multiplayer in Operation Flashpoint and Arma that I've ever experienced. And one reason was because the voice comm on the classic Xbox was flawless. It was so good. Like, it was like a crystal clear party line, and you could have a squad of like 12 14 players and all be communicating with voice comm on it with no problems at all. It was amazing. Anyway, so this title distracted a lot of people from Operation Flashpoint. It distracted me. Sometimes I would just want an action experience that was intense. So I'd just boot up the demo for this title and just run through it over and over again. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm not sure if this is going to send me through a boot camp experience. I hope not. But if so, we'll just have to get through it.
All right, listen up. Private Martin, you're on the obstacle course and doing weapons training today. Before starting the obstacle course, read each of these important signs and do what they tell you.
Need to address my mouse sensitivity, increase it a bit. This was also before America's Army, so I think this may have been, although Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis had a short basic training segment also, this was possibly one of the first titles to have a basic training segment in it. America's Army would come later and have its own.
Good. Now check your objectives. You'll notice that your current objective is highlighted. In addition, the location of your current objective is marked by the star on your compass. As you approach your current objective, the star will move toward the center of your compass. Approach your current objective.
I'm not sure what my current objective is.
Move 5 paces to the left.
5 paces to the left.
Now 5 to the right. 5 paces forwards. 5 paces backwards. Approach your current objective.
I'm not sure where it is. Oh, I see. There, over there.
That's it. Close enough. You will notice that objective is checked off and you now have a new one. All right, Martin. Open the gate and run the obstacle course. Go, go, go!
Where's the run? Where's the run button? Is there one? Move. Jump, stance, crouch. Forward, back pedal, move left, move right, lean left. I don't see a run button. That's interesting.
Martin, good to see you. They got your sorry butt here too, huh?
This is not your Aunt Phil's dance. Jump over him. Come on, Elder, get the lead out. Not bad. Now hit the dirt and crawl forward under the barbed wire. Sergeant, fire up those machine guns. 5 rounds, boys. Stay low. Stay down. Find these ladders, Private. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Private Martin, proceed through that door. Sergeant Moody's gonna take you through weapons training. The rest of you ladies, stay right here.
Eyes up, Private. I'm up here, in the observation tower. Grab one of those M1A1 carbines from the table.
Guy sounds like Colonel Blake from Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis.
To get more ammo, grab it from any loose weapon of the same type you are carrying. The number of rounds in your weapon and the rounds you are carrying are displayed in the lower right corner of your HUD. Keep tabs on it, soldier. Approach the fence and fire 6 rounds at your target. Your accuracy will be defined by the tightness of your crosshairs. Fire 6 more rounds at your target, in different stances and while moving. You will be more accurate while not moving, and in crouching or prone positions. These skills could mean your life. All right, Private, move on to the next area. Grab up a Springfield rifle from the table, switching it for your carbine. Turn to the left, move to the fence, and fire 2 rounds at your target. Now fire 2 rounds at your target while aiming down your sight.
Already did that.
All right. I hope it's clear to you that you will be more accurate while aiming down the sight. All right, Private, move on to the next area. Exchange your Springfield for one of the Thompson submachine guns on the table. Unless you've got 3 hands, you can only carry 2 weapons, besides your sidearm and grenades. Fire 10 rounds at your target, first from the hip, then aiming down the gun sight. Control your accuracy. Get used to firing both ways. You will need a slight zoom when you raise and aim down the sight of a weapon without a scope. Take a few steps while aiming down your sight. You're gonna move slower this way. In close quarters combat, you hit your enemy with the butt end of your weapon. This is called a melee attack. Try it with your Thompson. Don't screw around, kid. This is for real. Now switch weapons, Private. Unless you're as dumb as you are ugly, it may dawn on you that each weapon is good for different situations. Make the wrong choice and you could buy the farm. Fire 3 more rounds at your target. Outstanding, Private. Proceed to the next area. Pick up the frag grenades from the table. Pick them up. Throw a grenade into each of the openings before you. Rock and fire. Move behind the concrete post and lean out to the left and to the right. This will help protect you from the enemy. Move on to the next area. Remember, Private, if you get hurt, grab one of those health kits and use it. Don't be a hero. They will save your life. Our last station will be explosives. Pick 'em up, partner. That's a lot of firepower there. Treat it with respect. That stuff doesn't care what it blows up. Place your explosives on the cinder block wall. Note that a stopwatch has appeared. This will tell you how much time you have to get your butt out of there unless you want it blown off. Fire in the hole! Good job, Private. Well done. Keep your weapons with you and clean at all times. You are dismissed.
So a lot of times the basic training experiences can be kind of buggy in games, and there, I'm not sure how, rather I don't remember how buggy or streamlined the basic training experience for this game was when the game first came out, but As you can see right now, there aren't any bugs there. But the way I remember it, the game was pretty damn polished, even in the public demo.
Baker Company, listen up. This is the big one. Operation Overlord, the air and seaborne invasion of Normandy. On H-Hour D-Day, seaborne infantry will attack 5 beaches codenamed Utah, Omaha, Gold, Juno, and Sword here on the coast of Normandy. Utah and Omaha beaches will be attacked by 3 of our infantry divisions. At the same time, 2 British and 1 Canadian division will hit Gold, Juno, and Sword beaches. The airborne will be landing 6 hours before H-Hour, before the air and naval bombardments. The British 6th Airborne Division will be landing here. At the same time, the 101st and the 82nd Airborne will be landing in these areas. The Dews River estuary here
swamps
divides Utah and Omaha Beach. The mission of the 101st is to capture the Dews River crossings linking Utah and Omaha Beach and to protect the flanks of Utah Beach. This road here is the main highway that connects the entire Cotentin Peninsula. The Germans have troop concentrations in this region. When those troops are mobilized into a counterattack on the beaches, they'll have to move along this road. The 101st is going to make sure that doesn't happen. Baker Company, that's us, has been assigned this causeway here. The Pathfinders, like Private Martin, will be dropped ahead of the main force and will plant beacons on the ground to mark the landing zones. However, there is no telling what will happen once we're on the ground. So I want all of you to learn the objectives of every unit in both the 101st and 82nd. I also want you to study these maps and photographs until you've memorized them. We will be landing behind the Atlantic Wall, between several German garrisons. We can't expect to be relieved until at least several hours after H-Hour. This is what we've been training for. Good luck.
That briefing, if you've seen Band of Brothers, that briefing really kind of makes you feel like you're going into the shit. Oh my gosh, I mean, that was a serious briefing. Oh boy, let's see, so one of the Pathfinders from my unit will be landing ahead of the main airborne force. The Pathfinders, there used to be, you would get or you could rather go to Pathfinder school and get a Pathfinder patch in the Army. I don't know if they still do that anymore, but whereas depending on what unit you were in, it could, not certain, or few soldiers had an airborne patch, at least in some of the units I was in. But to see someone with a Pathfinder patch, I think I saw maybe one, and he was an older guy. Maybe two, but I specifically remember only one older soldier with a Pathfinder patch. Let's see, the Pathfinders land before the main force and place beacons on the... and I'm assuming that the Pathfinders they're referring to here are not just functional Pathfinders, but, an actual, like, specialty. But maybe these are just the predecessors to the actual Pathfinder school. I don't know. The Pathfinders land before the main force and place beacons on the landing fields to guide the rest of the pilots and paratroopers in. The brass are sending the airborne in first in the early hours of the morning to protect the flanks of Utah Beach. At first light, the main force of the invasion will hit the beaches. For weeks, the entire invasion force, more than 175,000 men, has been cooped up and forbidden contact with anyone outside. With nothing to do but memorize maps and battle plans, we're all quite eager to be in France. A few hours ago, General Eisenhower paid us a visit. If we pull all this off, the Germans are in for one hell of a surprise. Here's hoping I make it safe. Please, Lord, protect me. Wow. Okay, my objective is this way. Now, the reason I descended so quickly might be because that animation was synced to a CPU clock for a system that was common when this game came out. There are lots of older games where animations are synced to CPU clocks on older systems, so that when you try to play those games now on a much faster system, the animations happen way too quickly. But then again, maybe that was a realistic simulation of a descent in a parachute. I don't know, because and this this house strangely looks like I think it's called the Villa in Roguespear, the layout of it. Excuse me.
Da ist der Feind! Los!
You never need to try to open closed doors. Huh. So I guess this is saying that if a door can be gone through, it'll already be open. Oh, I've got a Tommy also. Oh, no.
Ob die Alliierten schon einmarschiert sind. Wir werden es als Erste wissen. Sie kommen mitten durch Saint-Mary-Glise.
Falsch. Der Lama Roosevelt Better Churchill würden wir niemals
Zu weit weg von Deutschland.
Set up the radio beacon.
Weil sie diesen Sektor schon seit Wochen bombardieren.
Na und? Bombardieren noch alles. Was sollte die hier schon besonders interessieren?
Oh, I interrupted their game.
Panzerkommando und Bunker 6. Geben Sie Fliegeralarm. Der Feind fliegt uns Angriffe. Ist da jemand? Hallo? Ende. Wir schicken eine Patrouille zur Verstärkung. Ende.
This game had these quotes about war and death and living, and just like Operation Flashpoint Cold War Crisis had. Nobody seems to have dropped where they were supposed to. I haven't seen anyone from my unit yet, but luckily I've hooked up with some of the guys from Baker Company. We also have men from Able, Dog, and Fox with us. What a mess. We're getting ready to capture the village of Mary Glace, I think is how it's said. I'm not sure. About 5 miles from Utah Beach. We're approaching through a narrow field with minefields on each side. Captain Foley says there's 2 platoons of German paratroopers in that village. I'd say we've got a serious fight ahead of us. The roads of Saumur Glace connect with Utah Beach to the main highway of the peninsula, which should put us right in the path of the most likely German counterattack. Holy crap.
All right, guys, get set to move. On my command.
Now this,
Let's go.
I think this was the demo.
Hit the dirt! Get the pressure fire on the 42! Bastard! Keep moving forward! We get caught here, we're dead! Incoming! Watch your angle! Grenades in those windows! Mark, don't put it out there! Good job! All right, guys, we're moving on.
Oh, those are friendly? Yeah, those are friendly. Apparently there's a bad guy in here.
Now! Plant your explosives and take that flak panzer out. Stand back! Fire in the hole! Hey, move, move! Take cover! Martin! Explosives, go! Stand back! Fire in the hole!
Go. Got hung up there.
Clear up! Clear down! Secure the area! Clear over here, bud. Alright, fellas. Take 5, but listen up. We'll hold this place till reinforced, but this is just one tiny village in a warring country full of them, so our work has just begun. For those of you who've seen your first action, welcome to the big time. For those of you who've seen it before, trust me, you ain't seen nothing yet. We'll redeploy those German machine guns, setting up a defensive perimeter. Keep your guard up and your buddies in mind. Good work.
So, I think the public demo ended with the line, "You ain't seen nothing yet." Sorry, gets me a little emotional because, oh man, it was a moving time in America at the time because this was right after 9/11, and I believe Band of Brothers started before 9/11, so you kind of got the impression that the country was gearing up for something, and you know, people were going off to war, and it was like the biggest thing we had seen, biggest war we had seen during my lifetime, because Vietnam started before I was born, and I wasn't really too cognizant of what was going on during my first several, you know, years of life. So and the games were getting to the point where they were somewhat good training tools for helping civilians with, you know, no military experience get a taste of, you know, what being deployed to combat in the military might be like. And before that, you know, the best way to experience something like that was to watch a movie. But these were interactive experiences, where what you did and the choices you made had ramifications. So, you know, Call of Duty was a very popular game at the time. So, should we do another one? Why not? So now we're at Salmer-Glace. The boys on the beaches have landed by now. They are only a few miles away, but right now that seems like a million. We don't have a radio and are completely cut off. Captain Foley was right. We did face a platoon or more of German paratroopers when we took this village last night. Today we hold it against German counterattack. Our defenses are all stolen. Enemy MG-42s, Panzerfaust for anti-tank defense in the village itself. The Air Force and Navy put on quite a show this morning, pounding the hell out of those beaches. One thing is certain, the Germans know we are here. Whether that means they turn tail and run or come swarming out of the woodwork, we're about to find out. So this looks like it's going to be a defend mission.
Up! Get up! Wake and shake it! The Germans across the street! Mortars! Mortars incoming!
All right, the mortars are taking a break. Johnson, go have a look.
Right, Captain.
It's an M1 carbine.
Got him. Damn.
We got company!
Behind you! Tiger! Martin, get a Panzerfaust from the church and take that mother out!
Just trying to follow the objective to get a Panzerfaust, but
Come in!
All right, the mortars are taking a break. Johnson, go have a look.
damn it!
Come in! Company! Tiger moving in from the east! Behind you!
Tiger! Martin, get a Panzerfaust from the church and take that mother out!
Oh, jeez.
Come in! We got company! Tiger moving in from the east!
Phew.
Come in!
Yeah, here's where this game starts
Come
getting difficult. Oh, right there by the car. They're like coming from every direction.
Behind you! That's a Tiger! Martin, get a Panzerfaust from the church and take that mother out!
Oh, jeez. What were they behind me? Jeez, they're like coming from every direction. It's ridiculous how ineffective that MG42 is. I don't know if I should... Where am I going this way next time? Is that an AK-47? Oh shit, there's another one. Right now where? This way? Back the way we came. That was one thing that was kind of ingenious about this game, was how they would send you back the way you came sometimes. So you got to play a map in both directions.
Sir, we just spotted German mortar teams to the south. I say we move in quick and take them out.
Nice one, Roger. Okay, guys, be ready to use any grenades you have left. Put down suppressing fire only if you need to. Do not waste your ammo. All right, let's put those mortars out of business.
It's kind of look good.
Covering fire!
Mortar. Hell,
Martin, over here! Get in the car!
how?
Martin, over here! Get in the car! Okay, Captain. Assuming we get back to battalion in this rolling junkyard, what do I tell him?
Hand this directly to Major Shepard. Tell him Baker Company has secured the town, but won't be able to hold it long if we don't get relief soon. Got that, Sergeant?
Oh, yes, sir, you bet. We ride through enemy lines in a French tin can. Want to paint a bullseye on it, sir?
Yeah, pretty sure that won't be necessary, Sarge. So unless you've got a better idea, or a radio that works, carry on. Good luck.
Oh man, this is nuts. I can't believe we're doing this.
Believe it. Unless you sprout wings and want to fly. It's only 6 miles, Private. Just shut up and do your job.
Which is what? Catch bullets? Okay, so I'm gonna stop here. Great game.